Hi, good morning. I'm so grateful to technology to let me be present with you in this way with a little bit of advanced preparation, since between the time of my recording this and the time that this is needed, I will be attending a day-long medieval event, seeing my second born off to prom, probably volunteering at after prom, and being a zombie at church on Sunday morning. So I'm so grateful that I could participate in this way, in this very important service. It was a distinct honor to participate in the cohort for Hope4Us at UU Akron, and I cherish the deepening of connections that I have with the other members of my cohort and other people who have been through this process, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. Reflecting upon the experience and moving forward through that reflection, there are several things that I wanted to share with you all. Part of it is the experience of encountering me in my home. This is an approximation of the view that my cohort had of me at our weekly gatherings in Zoom. This is my home office. But I've read 2 books since the ending of the cohort process that are both very relevant and I think are illustrative of what I encountered in the cohort and how I think we can move together as a beloved community and continue the work that Hope4Us has started us upon. The first book is one that I've been listening to the audiobook with my firstborn son, Liam, who members of the congregation know as a former board of trustees member and a current leadership development committee member. We were reading The Art of the Interesting by philosopher Lorraine Besser, and the parts of that really resonated with me as being relevant to the cohort experience was how Lorraine talks about planning, predicting, and evaluating inhibit our experiences of the interesting, and meanwhile, being mindful, curious, and creative helps to stimulate the ripples of thoughts and emotions that beget the interesting. And this is such an interesting congregation, and that's what I love about us so much. I really loved watching my elders in the cohort, since I was the youngest, distinctly, in my cohort. I loved watching us reframe our perspectives on the challenges that we faced and embrace challenges to those perspectives so that we could transform ourselves in how we are together. It is through embracing challenges that we open ourselves to the interesting, according to philosopher Lorraine Besser. Lorraine also points out that to experience the interesting, we have to feel safe. And that's something that we've been struggling with in this congregation that Hope4Us has really helped us with. We can't, as Lorraine Besser says, we can't experience the interesting when we're frozen in terror, when we can't prevent our own thoughts, fears, beliefs, and traumas from coloring our experience. I've been referring to such encounters as perceiving others through the ghosts of our pasts. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes that's not such a good thing. I personally struggle with older white men being ghosts, who they are, being ghosts of people who have harmed me in my history. And sometimes I don't react well from that. The way that we need to lean into embrace those challenges to our perspectives in order to experience the interesting leans into the work of Tasha Eurich, another author that I am very much enjoying the work of. Through her new book, Shatterproof, I was introduced to the concept of a resilience ceiling. And I believe that a lot of what we've been struggling with in our congregation and our world at large is that we are all whacking our heads on our resilience ceilings, and we're not tending to those cracks. And we haven't developed the trust within each other and interpersonally that we can lean into repairing those cracks together. But through the Hope4Us process, I feel that we've really started the process of noticing each other's cracks and offering support needed in order to mend those cracks and to improve on that experience together. Tasha also talks about there being 3 elements to becoming shatterproof. And those are confidence, choice, and connection. And I have developed so much more confidence, which comes from the words with, con is the prefix meaning with, and fidelity. With fidelity. From the fidelity of those that showed up to the cohort meetings, even when we were not really feeling it. Making that choice to be faithful to each other and to deepen that connection. This process has made us shatterproof. And I really, really look forward to becoming even more abundantly so in our community. I hope that you're all having a wonderful weekend, and I hope that I'm not too much zombie mode in the next room over for those of you who are watching this live in the UU Akron sanctuary. I look forward to getting some hugs from you in coffee hour. I'm so blessed to be a part of your community. I'm so grateful for each one of you leaning into the challenges and being interesting together. Thanks for being shatterproof with me.